All right, let's talk about something we all use every single day, but probably never think about. I'm talking about the hidden systems, the invisible architecture that stops our digital world from completely falling apart. You know, the reason your favorite app doesn't just crash on you every 5 minutes? Yeah, that stuff. And trust me, it's way more interesting than it sounds.
I mean, you know the drill, right? You pick up your phone and boom, another notification. Update available. It feels like this constant, never-ending stream of fixes and new features. But if you ever stop to wonder, how in the world do huge teams, sometimes hundreds of developers, push out all these changes without just breaking everything? How do they keep it all from turning into a total mess? Well, that is exactly what we're going to dig into. So, the secret? It's all about this. Well, you can think of it as an invisible scaffolding. Seriously, it's just like in construction. You've got this framework that you can't see in the final product, but it's what provides all the support. It's what lets these incredibly complex pieces of software get built and tested and updated without the whole thing just collapsing under its own weight. And here's the real takeaway. The apps that just work, the ones you rely on every single day, they don't happen by accident. They are built on a foundation of really deliberate, super organized infrastructure. It's the difference between a house of cards and a skyscraper, for sure. Now, this invisible scaffolding actually has a name, and it's really the heart of our whole conversation today. It's called infrastructure management. So let's nail down exactly what that means. Okay, so what is it, really? Put simply, infrastructure management is basically the rulebook and the toolkit for quality control. It's everything a team needs. It's the environment where they test the software, the specific tools they use, and, this is the big one, the systems that track every single change, every bug, and every fix. It's all about one thing, bringing order to what could be absolute chaos.
Now, I know that might sound super complex, but we can actually break it all down into three main components. I like to call them the three pillars of order. And to make this really stick, let's imagine we're running a perfectly organized library. Okay, so what are they? First, you've got the test case database. Second, the defect repository. And third, configuration management. Now, sticking with our library idea, think of these as the master card catalog, the librarian's private logbook for any damaged books, and the super strict official checkout system. Let's take a closer look at what each one actually does. So first up is the test case database, or TCDB for short. This is your library's master catalog, but it does way more than just list the tests. It holds everything about them. What each test is designed to do, which products it's for, a history of every single time it's been run, and, crucially, links to any bugs or defects it found. It's the one single source of truth for every test they've ever come up with. Pillar number 2 is the defect repository, and this is like the librarian's super detailed logbook. Whenever a test finds a bug, our damaged book, it gets logged right here. This repository tracks everything: a clear description of the problem, exactly how to make the bug happen again, who's working on fixing it, what the status of that fix is. It even tracks all the team's conversations about it. Absolutely nothing gets lost or forgotten. And that brings us to our third pillar, software configuration management, or SCM. This is the library's no-nonsense checkout system. It manages every single piece of code and every document. It makes sure that when a developer checks out a file to work on, they're always getting the latest version, and every little change they make is tracked. This prevents one of the biggest nightmares in software development: people accidentally overwriting each other's work. You know, that last point is so incredibly important, it really deserves its own moment. This whole system of checking things in and out has a name. It's called change control, and it is the absolute foundation of working together on a software project. And this system, this SCM, it gives you 4 incredible guarantees. It's like a promise to the whole team. Number 1, any changes have to be approved. No random rogue coding. 2, no more overwriting someone else's work. That nightmare scenario, gone. 3, every single change creates a new version of a file. So if something goes wrong, you can just roll it back. It's like a time machine for your code. And 4, everyone, and I mean everyone on the team, always has access to the very latest version of the files. It's the safety net that makes all this teamwork even possible. So when you put all 3 of these pillars together, you got the catalog, the logbook, and the checkout system. You get something that is just incredibly powerful. And this isn't just about keeping good records. It's about a total transformation. This whole infrastructure takes the messy, complex, and let's be honest, chaotic reality of building software with a big team, and it turns it into a structured, predictable process. And the result of all that? Higher quality, fewer bugs, and apps that you can actually count on.
So that leaves us with one last and pretty important question. If this whole system is so critical for success, what happens when it fails? Or even scarier, what if a team doesn't have one at all? So the next time you see that little update available notification pop up on your screen, you'll know what's really going on. It's a tiny sign that somewhere out there, a really well-managed system is hard at work, keeping the chaos at bay.